Okay, welcome back. We got a new Stryker 955HP here for Mike in Ohio. So we got it all ready to go for you. Here's the box. Now sometimes these come in, sometimes I don't always buy them in full cases. I think they come in cases of 5, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes I just buy them individually if I only need a couple. Sometimes I buy more, it just depends. This one and one other one I got, just a couple single ones I got in. Sometimes they get damaged. The boxes get damaged in the factory box. It's called the master carton. It's not really damaged. It just maybe this was the corner one, and they get a little crinkled. So unfortunately, this one is one of those ones. So there's not a whole lot you can do about it. I mean, when I ship stuff, it's shipped well. When if I were to order, like, say, a master carton of these or any other radio for that matter, mobile radio, they come in just a box and that's it. There's no bubble wrap inside, there's no added protection, anything like that. It's just a kind of a thick cardboard box, and you got all the radio boxes kind of sitting side by side in there from one end to the other. And usually, you'll find that the ones in the corners, that generally happens. I've never seen a radio damaged from that, but just to show you that's why I did that. So, I think I forgot to spin it around. I want to show you the serial number of your Stryker here, so I don't have to try to move the radio around. Where the heck did they put that? I think it's on the box somewhere. Yeah, right here. Oh god, it's upside down. Not really prepared. There we go. So, get started on this really quick. I got the talk back on. I got some echo on. I didn't put this on. Let me turn this on. Program. We'll go to beep. I'll just show you function. I put one in number 6, so we'll just do that. We'll switch that on. I think you can hear the beep through the talkback. Yeah. So I got that beep in there. That usually doesn't come with it. I set the color to orange. You can always change that if you want to. It's not really, it's your preference on what you like, not what I like. I just like the orange. So when I default the software in, the default software that I use, it's always orange. So here's the echo. No, I don't have the talk back up that loud. Let me actually turn it up. So I'm using my KPO mic here, but 1 2 1 2. So it's nice and clear. These have a really good talkback in them. I mean, I'm using a power mic and I'm on sideband and the talkback's there. You can hear the echo. You can hear the Roger beep. So there you go. You don't have to run any of that stuff. You can shut it all off just by turning the switches. You can leave the echo kind of where you want. That's the nice thing. If you decide to use echo, just flip the switch and there you go. If you don't, you can still save the setting. You don't have to turn it off on the dial. Switch that talkback off. So we'll just go through the power really quick on this. So after I align it on sideband, you're going to notice that your power indicator isn't going to go up that far. That's normal. So I've covered that before on these and some of the other models that have a similar meter like this. And then real quick, just to cover AM. When we go to AM, it's going to be like the maximum, which isn't true either. So those are two things that are not really accurate on these radios, and there's no way to really change that. So I just like to point that out. We're back on sideband. This is with the RF power all the way up. So with the RF power all the way up on sideband, these do a little bit more. So usually you see over 60 easy on these. It's real clean, so it's going to sound good and everything, and a good 60 watts. You could run it like this all day, every day, and talk, and the radio would be just fine. So turn this all the way down. It's going to do much less. So here it is all the way down. It's a little bit less, actually quite a bit less, but it's around 10 watts or so, between 9 and 10. And then let's just turn it to like 12 o'clock. So if you turn it to 12 o'clock, it's going to do, between 30 and somewhere in the 40s. So you don't always have to run the power up. It's, if you don't need it, don't run it, that kind of thing. So that's my take on that. RF power all the way down is about 1 watt on AM, and then when I speak into the microphone, you can kind of see all the level of modulation kind of pushes the power up. So here's 12 o'clock. About a 4-watt dead key. This is kind of like a sweet spot, I think, for these. 1 2 3 1 2 3 check check, hello, 1 2 1 2 hello. So, and then all the way up, it's going to be about 8. It's actually showing just slightly over 8 right now, but it's usually around 8. So you can run it like that too. It's not going to hurt it at all the way up. It's kind of your preference on what you need. So that's pretty much it on that stuff. I'll show you a couple waveforms and stuff like that, and we'll just plug it into my dipole, my HF dipole. We'll take a listen to the band really quick, and then that's going to be it for this one. I did align the S meter for you on AM, FM, and the sidebands, so it'll be a little more accurate for you as well. Real quick, there's the noise reduction. So you can turn that on in the menu. You can really notice that on FM, but you'll notice it on AM and sideband too. It's non-adjustable, so it's either on or off. So mic type, I'd leave it in dynamic all the time for this radio. Noise gate is going to be, if you have a high level background, you can turn that on, and that will help cut down some of the background noise. And R is your receive noise reduction. There it is with it off. So sound level came up. Some of this other stuff, some you may or may not ever need to adjust. These two right here, I like to leave about 3 kilohertz. It's more like an equalizer, so transmit equalizer. If you turn that up to 4, you're going to get a little more treble. If you turn it down to like 2, I think it goes to 2, you'll get a little bit more bass on your audio. The same can be said for the receiver, what you hear coming in. I like about 3. It kind of gives you like the middle of the road kind of sound. So obviously your dimmer here, you know, I like to dim these down. I think it's halfway up. Yeah, 32, 31 is the max. So I don't like to ever run things at its full brightness. I don't think that's good for anything. So, you know, that's just my take there. If you don't need it, just keep it down. It'll last a lot longer. I have never heard of any of the displays going out on a Stryker, even like the original 955 or 655, but I mean, anything's possible, I guess, but I have never heard. So if anyone out there has one of these, like the older original, comment, you know, say it's still working, you know, because I think that would be a good thing to know, the longevity of these lighted displays and stuff like that. So, but I've never seen one that had problems. So, but I don't do repairs or anything like that. So, you know, going with that, you never really know, you know, when you have a fully lit display, you know, the longevity of it. Some of these fancy HF ham radios, they're full on lit displays and stuff, and if that screen goes out, you're basically out of radio. And it's just like, sometimes it's kind of amazing, you know. In the old days, everything was like analog and dials and switches and stuff, but now everything is like right in front of you. So let me get back to what I was going to do and show you the waveforms. Alright, so we're on sideband. This is lower sideband right here, so that's what we got there. Looks like the camera is kind of, sorry about that if the lighting's messed up. I think I need to wipe my lenses on this phone camera. Maybe my fingerprints on it or something, but anyways, I've never really been a really professional video taker here or anything. So there's the two-tone. This is lower sideband, so we're going that way. So with the tone, it is about 40, which is okay. See, if I lower the RF power down, you can see it goes way down and stuff. So that's good. It stays nice and round and linear the whole way. So let me pause this. I'll try to wipe the lens, and we'll show AM. Yeah, that probably looks a little bit better. Here's the transmit frequency on sideband. That's with the 1 kilohertz tone on lower side, so that's really good. Forgot to show that. Okay, here is AM. This is high power. Now with the tone, it only goes up to like there. So here it is on average power. So with the carrier at about 8 point something, we're over double that, so that's good. Here's our spectrum analyzer, so it looks pretty clean. This is our next channel here and here. This is the spacing, you know, so it's pretty nice. Here is the oscilloscope on the high power side. That looks really nice and round in the middle. I'm going to bring that down a little bit, so that looks really good. I'm just going to lower the power down, dead key I mean. Let me actually pause this so we can kind of resituate things. Let's get a little bit of adjustment there. So Bring that in like that. So there's our 1 point something there. Let me bring this up. There we go. Okay. Put some audio in here. A lot of audio. That's, you know, that's why we're seeing from that low dead key why that jumped up. I think it, like, at one time it went to like 69 or something, but it's a lot of audio there. So these are known for the high AM audio. So that's what you got. You don't always have to modify a radio for it to work good and stuff. I mean, I don't ever think you ever need to modify a radio and change components and stuff, but because you still got a high level of audio just like this. You just got realistic power. I'd rather have realistic power. So that was like a 1.2 something. So we're almost 4 times the carrier on average. I know the power number isn't very exciting, but that's good. I mean, 4 times, that's usually what you get on peak. So with peak, we're at like 9 times. So that's outstanding. So there you have it. When we put this on the dipole, now we'll just have a quick listen. I'm not going to transmit because it's not a antenna that's really made for this band. We could go up on 10 really quick and have a listen, but just do that really quick. I'd like to try to get this off to you today if possible. So I just heard a guy say Honolulu, and my beam is pointing southeast, so I'm kind of swinging that around right now. I'm not going to try to talk. Actually, no, I'm not on the beam. What am I thinking? So I can't do anything about that. But, I mean, he's coming in on a half-wave end fed that's good from 80 meter through 6. It's not really good for this band, though, so that's pretty cool, anyways, that we're here in Hawaii. Wish I had more time to play on the radio, but I don't today, so. Okay. Definitely picking up some people out there.
Never mind. I got the security. How about a 2 Romeo Golf 469? Romeo Golf 469. You have a copy on Bermuda Islands. This is Romeo Golf 1634. We're standing by for you.
Sounds like Hawaii's coming in. I may have to really quick. I'm going to try to pass this off to the wife and see if she'll box it. She usually boxes all my radios anyways. I still got about 25 minutes before my son gets home. I'm here in Hawaii on the band. It's kind of exciting. We don't get to hear them too much. So I'm going to try to make some contacts. Thanks a lot, Mike. I hope you enjoy the new Stryker here. They're a really fun radio to talk on. And I hope you make some good contacts. 7-3, everybody. Take care.